It's a one-ingredient salad. Yep, just one. And probably our favorite kind. Ivano Hanley gave us a pretty good laugh with this post. And that's not the only one we've seen out there. William Nicholson, his favorite part of the week, his Cadbury Egg meal prep. Check it out. I think it's safe to say that we are all sharing this mutual obsession right now. And you can do more than just grab handfuls from the bag. You can put them to good use and make brown butter Cadbury Egg blondies. There you have it right there. We have Madi Reid. She is going to walk us through to show us how. I mean, there's just the obsession right now, right? With the Cadbury.
Yeah, with good reason. Honestly, I went to Costco yesterday to get one of those huge bags of Cadbury eggs that I've been seeing. They're gone.
Yeah, they've gone quick.
They're gone. Yeah, so everyone loves, I don't know, I've never come across someone that doesn't love a Cadbury egg.
How could you not?
Everyone loves it.
Yeah, and so brown butter is like really what makes it. So you're going to walk us through it to show us how it all works.
Yeah, anyone that follows my blog, mrsmadi.com, knows that my recipes all come with the technique and the chemistry, why you're taking each step to make the recipe make sense. I find you have so much more success and a lot bigger sense of accomplishment when you create something magical.
I love how you like broke it down to like the reason why we put this, because this can happen. So yeah, it's really good
all the chemistry. So first we gotta start with some brown butter. Smell that. Is that not just
that is
so good? Brown butter, you put it on the stove, and here's my main trick. You get it on in a good heavy-duty saucepan, and you boil it until it stops making noise. That's when you know it's done.
Okay.
As soon as it stops popping, it's done. You take it off the heat, and it has this beautiful brown flake in the butter. So you start with butter, and for this recipe I use half a cup brown butter and then half a cup shortening. The reason why I'm using shortening, I try to avoid it as much as possible, but I'll do half and half every once in a while because the butter's already melted. It's not a very good leavener. It's not gonna rise with creating air pockets, but shortening melts down very slowly in the oven and is a good leavener. So we're gonna add the shortening, and then we're gonna add half of a cup of granulated sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar.
And I don't know if I asked you or you mentioned it, but the butter needs to not be salted, right?
Yes, so when you're browning butter, you cannot use salted butter. It won't brown the same. So you always want unsalted butter. Honestly, when baking, I never use salted butter just because every brand has a different amount of salt in their ingredients.
Yeah, so just
and so you never know how much salt you're putting in. So you just mix this until it's combined and whipped. And then after it is, obviously we don't have enough time on air to make sure it's nice and fluffy. I normally do it for about 2 minutes till it's airy and lighter in color. After that, you're gonna add in 2 eggs and then a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and then a teaspoon of cream of tartar. Cream of tartar is a special magical ingredient because it creates more acidity, so it's going to rise, make your baking soda rise a lot better, perform well. And then also it creates little air pockets in the egg whites that stay, and then they expand in the oven, making your treat fluffier in the end. So I love to add tartar. It also helps not crystallize the sugar. The sugar stays in a syrupy form, and so it stays softer. It's an amazing ingredient.
So many benefits.
Then we're gonna add 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, and last we're gonna put in these Cadbury eggs.
Okay. Does anybody get anything wrong with this?
Yes, if people don't mash up their Cadbury eggs, then they're too big and they don't melt down well in the oven, and they're huge, crunchy. Just the ratio of cookie to Cadbury egg is way too high. You need to mush them up. This is where you get your pre-workout before your protein bar, right? Everyone's talking about how much protein is in Cadbury egg. So here's your protein bar over here. And here is the final product. So this is a Utah company, the Candy Pan. It makes, you can bake in it and then you can slice it perfectly.
Wonderful.
It's amazing. I have a code for her too. It's I think it's Madi10, and you can get 10% off. Anyways, after you bake them at 375 for 16 minutes, you let them cool, slice them up, and serve them.
And voila.
I know you were asking if you could make this ahead.
Yeah.
And with a baking soda recipe, you can only refrigerate that dough for up to 3 hours, so you can't really make the dough ahead. They do freeze well, but also my biggest hack that I love is if you have a dried out cookie that has brown sugar in it, store it with 1 slice of white bread and it will soften it up completely. It's just like your brown sugar trick. It works in cookies and baked goods.
I love that. Looks gorgeous.
And you have to give it a try.
All right, one of these?
Yes.
Okay. Tell people where we can find more information on your blog.
Yeah, mrsmadi.com. You can look up Cadbury eggs. All my Cadbury egg recipes will pop up. They're just so simple and delicious and a fun festive treat. And a protein bar, right?
Yeah, we got our protein in. So totally healthy. All right, thanks so much, Madi.
Thank you.